Welcome back to Big Up, where today we're going to review a dollar bin beat. So this means that I was able to pick up this record for less than $4. That is what I consider a dollar bin beat. So less than $2 a tune, which is about the going rate for the MP3s. Today we're going to look at something from 31 Records. This came out in 2007, and it is on black vinyl, which is pretty standard for 2007. We weren't getting much color back then. And the release is Lynx, Inhale, Exhale, and Beware of Oscar's Lair. I'll be honest, I think that this is one of the most underrated records that I've ever gotten. When I put this on, I had not heard this tune, and you can't find it anywhere online, unfortunately. So I thought it was just going to be a stinker, and it is not. I would qualify that saying that I think that this tune back in 2007 was ahead of its time. Oscar's Lair has the craziest bass line on it, and I think people would have been very apprehensive about it at that time because there was so much bad jump up. So a little bit of background: Lynx was early on a very Nero dark drum bass heavy producer, and around this time, around 2007 2008, he started releasing some stuff that was a little bit more different. A lot of like really kind of techno influenced tunes. You could tell he was influenced by Marcus Intellects and some of those other guys, but still taking that influence from those darker edges, the tech step stuff. In fact, the freestyle tune on this, I do think, Inhale, Exhale. The MC on the tune is named Freestyle, who I've never actually heard of or ever seen on any other records. Let me mute my thing real quick. So let's start talking about Inhale, Exhale. It's a very stepping tune that reminds me of early tech step, but it has a modern feel to it, even for then. Like, this is using a drum break that Lynx designed, and it's very stepping and hard. And Inhale, Exhale, the MC on it, Freestyle, very much reminds me of Rhyme Time. In fact, this record sounds kind of like, to me, something that could have been on early Ed Rush and Optical Virus stuff. The MC very much reminds me of his rhyme style, and way he sits on top of the beats are very much in the style of Rhyme Time. And Rhyme Time, that virus sound, Rhyme Time, is my favorite MCing of all time. I absolutely love that stuff. So this record is a party tune. It's a little bit hard, but it's a little bit dance floor. Stab bass lines, good MCing that isn't trying to overdo it. Also isn't trying to just like blabber all over it. Very well used. I could still see this tune like being pulled out today and spun, and it being a bigger hit than it ever was then, because I'd never heard it. On the B side, we've got Beware of Oscar's Lair, and this tune kind of reminds me of modern Jump Up. Jump Up at the time that this was released was really squelchy and wobbly, and like today's Jump Up is more, I like today's Jump Up a lot more. It's more huge and in your face, and lots of foghorns and lots of there's still a lot of Reese's in modern and in today's Jump Up, and there's a lot more experimentation, just stuff that will make you go like, what the, just jump up and be like, wah! And I think Oscar's Lair does this. It's got the sound design on the sub on the bass line is really interesting. It sounds like a monster, and it doesn't fit into any of like the sounds that we could say. It doesn't sound like an 808 bass. It's not a Reese. It's not a super saw. It's not a foghorn. It's something different. And I think probably the reason that this record was overlooked in 2007 was because it was just so different. But I gotta give like huge big ups to Doc Scott for like knowing like this is interesting and this is good. I'm surprised you can pick this up for so cheap. I think you could drop this in any modern set and it will go off. I think it's not jump up. I also don't think it's dark, and I don't think it's liquid. I think it's just solid drum and bass. You guys should run out and grab a copy while you can get them cheap on Discogs. So, what do you think? Have you heard this tune? Did you ever hear it played out? I certainly didn't. Would you play these tunes out yourself? Unfortunately, I can't give you a Spotify link because it doesn't exist. But let me know what you think. Like, comment. There's going to be a link for my new Discord down there for people who want to just bullshit about drum and bass. Hit me up. Later.